Welcome to The Zip at the end of a week of beautiful weather, which can only mean one thing. Winter is waiting to kill us.
Man, I'm getting tired of all this fucking snow. Man, I'm getting tired of all this fucking snow. Man, I'm getting tired of all this fucking snow.
Too soon. You ever been walking around the Heidelberg Project, checking out all the weird art, feeling all edgy and shit, and then you're struck suddenly by a thought? Man, I could really go for a burger right now. That ever happen? If so, good news. The Heidelberg Project is looking into starting a little side hustle, a restaurant called Heidelbergers. We keep thinking there should be a punchline for this one, but honestly, the name works just fine. Don't know about you, but I'm always losing things. My keys, my gloves, sometimes my mind. But one thing I've never done is actually lose a house. State Rep Sherry Gay-Dagnogo lost a house she was planning to rehab for affordable housing, and no one could say exactly how it happened. Until this week, when a tangled tale of Detroit demolition emerged at a press conference. Police claimed Gay-Dagnogo had solicited bids to demolish the house, but didn't tell them. Gay-Dagnogo says she did tell them, but that's certainly not the way her situation was portrayed in the media. At any rate, the police explanation included a flowchart printed in color on poster board. As Deadline contributor Charlie LaDuff put it, it looked little better than the Gambino crime family tree.
So basically, I'm just going to go over the timeline of what actually occurred here.
Let's go to the suburbs. In Warren this week, an argument over a dog somehow escalated into a gun battle that peppered a trailer park with bullet holes. No one was hurt, miraculously. There were some arrests. By the way, Warren Mayor Jim Fouts has been pushing for companies to move to Warren. What's a better testimonial than this? Speaking of felons, MSU football coach Mark D'Antonio sure likes those guys, especially if they show some talent for football. A lawsuit alleges that 3 staffers warned him against recruiting Austin Robertson, who had a history of sexual misconduct complaints. D'Antonio recruited him anyway. Robertson, now in state prison, serving up to 10 years after pleading guilty in a rape case, which leads us to this suggestion. Maybe D'Antonio should switch to coaching in a prison football league where background checks have already been completed. In sports, the Pistons won their first preseason game, beating Dallas 124-117 at Little Caesars Arena. In this year's edition, Derrick Rose shined with 18 points in 24 minutes.
After every miss,
it was the Mavs and Phoenix Suns in January of 2017 down there in Mexico City as Derrick Rose hits the shot. Rose.
And the Lions head to Green Bay this Monday to play Aaron Rodgers and the Packers, who are first place in our division. We're still trying to figure out if this team is for real or if they're a bunch of jokers. If you don't get that one, head over to Deadline Detroit to see an extraordinarily great troll of Matt Stafford. That's it for The Zip. I'm Violet Ikonomova.
You don't listen, do you? You ask, do you have any impressive stats? All I have are stats. Megatron always tells me to be like the Lions greats and retire early.